We live? Are we live? Looks like we're live. Awesome. Cool. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. What's happening? I feel like the guy from the Office Space. What's happening? All right. So yesterday I did a video where I talked about 5 things that I do every single day for daily consistency. 5 things that you guys can do too. One of them specifically was emailing your list every single day. So what I wanted to do today is really expand on that, expand on specifically emailing your list, like what is involved in emailing your list. But really, I wanted to cover my, top 10 things for good email copy. So I'm not necessarily, what's up, Jorge? So I'm not necessarily talking about value in the email, like a video or a PDF or any other those things. I'm not talking specifically about that. I'm good, man. Thanks. But I'm specifically talking about the actual copy itself. The actual copy, AKA, that's just a fancy way for saying the words that you're using when you type, okay? So when you hear fancy stuff like email ad copy, it's really just saying the words that people are typing in the email, all right? So no need to overcomplicate anything. This world is, and this business online and all that good stuff can be complicated enough as it is. But so hopefully this will be a quicker video, but I'm going to take you through my top 10 things that, in my opinion, that you guys should use in every broadcast that you send out. Now, these aren't specifically your follow-up emails, because I think they serve 2 different purposes. So just to recap, your follow-up emails are the emails that go out automatically when somebody puts their email address into your capture page, all right? And then you're going to have your follow-up emails that are going out. What's up, April? So you're going to have your follow-up emails going out automatically. Now, you should have, just like I mentioned in yesterday's video, about 5 to 7 emails that go out. Some people have 14, some people have 30, which I think is crazy. Because then you know, I don't know, you just get away from, for me, if I find like a really cool email, I want to get it out right away. I don't want to have to wait 30 days or anything like that. But anyway, so your follow-up emails are designed primarily to get people back to your original offer, back to your company's VSL, back to, why you had them go through the sales funnel in the process in the first place, and that's to either sell them a product or get them into your business opportunity. Now, when you send out your daily broadcast, slightly different feel. You're going to be sharing value. You're going to be teaching, educating, really branding yourself, showing your personality, those sort of things. And so there's 10 things that I'm going to take you through today that you should have in every single broadcast that you send out. If you don't have them, that's totally okay, but just take a look at the list that I'm going to show you. And also too, and depending on where you're watching this, if you're on our Facebook group page, it's going to be posted right above this video. So when I'm done, I'll just edit it and I'll put that Drive link up there, that Google Drive link, so you can click on it, get the same PDF or same document that I'm going to show you right now. Or if I email this video to you, chances are it's on the side or the bottom of this video, or it's in the email itself that I sent this to you. So, or if you're on YouTube, again, video could be anywhere. Video could be anywhere. So if you're on YouTube, it's probably below the video, down in the Dropbox below. So that being said, is there a link with copies of the follow-up emails to our clipboard? Are you talking about just regular email copies? Tell you what, let's get to the questions in the end. Let me fly through what I got to show you here, and then I'll do like a quick Q&A at the end. All right, so let's go through this. Let me share my screen. Boom. Like I said, you guys will have this available to you as well. All right, so 10 tips to writing good email copy. All right. So first thing is use actionable language. Now we're talking specifically about the subject line itself, all right? So give them, when you can give your reader something to do or suggest that they do something, that they attend something, that they don't miss out on something. So scarcity is really good to use in subject lines. This is your last chance for information on X, whatever it is. If you're a concert vendor like Ticketmaster or something like that, don't miss out on your chance to see Bruce Springsteen at ... whatever it is. So, anytime you can, kind of give them an actionable something to do in the subject line that's going to cause them to want to take action in the email, obviously, if you can tie those two things together, then that would be really good, okay? So think about your subject line, and is it offering something actionable? So if I wrote a subject line that said, learn 10 tips to help you write better emails, it's actionable. They're gonna learn something by clicking on the email, right? Versus just stating your opinion, something along those lines. So anytime you can incorporate some type of actionable activity or suggestion into the email copy is also good. Also, asking questions is good in subject lines as well. So again, things to think about. Personalize it when possible. So what do I mean by personalize it? I'm specifically talking about the subject line here, okay? And I'll even edit this, right? So you guys can know what I'm talking about when you get this. So I want you guys to think about your audience and think about the people, the source that, where are you getting your traffic from? Are they coming from Instagram? Are they coming from Facebook? What type of audience are going and actually entering their emails into your capture page? Is it because they want to lose weight? Is it because they want to make money online? Is it because they want to drive a really fast car? Like whatever it is, figure out what that specific thing is, and then personalize the subject line to that audience. Okay. So, just like I mentioned here, like, can you speak to their need? So whatever their need is. So if it's make money online, then, discover this one tip to earn your first $100 online. You're speaking directly to them, right? Versus, success this way, ... You don't want to get too corny with it, but think of the need of your subscribers, where that traffic source is coming from, and also what type of funnel, what type of capture page are they opting into? Is it make money online? Is it lose weight? Is it, time freedom with friends and family? That type of thing. And then cater that subject line to your capture page. You know what I mean? So it's good that we're doing this live, because I can also edit this as I'm thinking that. So, cater your subject line to your capture page. Help if I can spell. Okay. All right. Makes sense? Good. So prioritize clarity, then think about being catchy. Obviously, catchy subject lines are really cool when people are witty. Like if someone said, like beer can chicken on the beach, ... You'd be like, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. Or like beer can nunchucks, it's about time, ... It's like beer can nunchucks. That sounds interesting. I might click on that. But the story, the copy, the call to action might not have anything to do with beer can nunchucks. You know what I mean? So always have a crystal clear headline first, and then think about being catchy or being witty or whimsical, things along those lines. All right. So if, again, we're to take this email, and when I email this out to the list and I say, learn these 10 tips to write better emails, I could leave it at just that, because you'll know that if I open this email, I'm going to learn 10 things that I can improve upon, or I'm going to learn 10 new things, or I'm going to learn 10 things, plain and simple. If I wanted to take it and then be catchy, I could throw a tag on at the end, or some kind of line on at the end that says, learn these 10 things to write better emails, or you're just wasting your time, or something along those lines, and just add another line in at the end that makes people think, that's intriguing, something along those lines. But focus on the clarity and having a clear subject line first, then be catchy, be witty, be whimsical, whatever. All right. Align your subject line and your email copy. So you guys have probably heard of the term clickbait. All right. So clickbait is when there's a big, cool, catchy. That's when you lead with catchy first. a big catchy subject line that gets people's attention, but it has nothing to do with the body of the email. So you want to stay away from that, because if you just focus on clickbait, getting people to open your emails, and your email has nothing to do with the subject line, your opt-in rates are going to plummet. All right. So you want to maintain good opt-in rates, and you want to get your open rates even higher by having good subject lines. So, give the reader what they want in your subject line. So again, you're appealing to that audience, but also make sure that you align whatever your subject line is and the email itself. They have to align. It can't be two different things. All right. Like I said, that's a way to plummet your email rates. That's a way to, really not have a good list at all. It's a way to bury yourself in your list. Right. All right. So number 5, establish relevancy. So what do I mean by that? By establishing relevancy, what you're doing is, what's up, Donaldin? By establishing relevancy, you are making sure that your subject line and your very first paragraph they're one and the same. They're one and the same. So in other words, your subject line, and within the first paragraph, you're sharing with the reader exactly what you hinted at or told them about in the subject line. So if my subject line said, learn these 10 tips to improve your email success, and the opening paragraph was, hey, I'll get to the tips in a minute, but the other day I was at the beach, and then I go on this big long story about me being at the beach with my family. It's not relevant. That's not relevant. So make sure that always in the first paragraph, and you guys have seen in other email marketing trainings that I've done. As a matter of fact, if you're watching this on our group page, down a little bit further is, I think I did it over the weekend, maybe, probably 4 or 5 days ago, where I went through my entire email marketing process. Okay. How I add value, how I structure the email. And you should really go watch that video and then kind of come back to this and then implement those two things. So you'll really have a good, clear picture of what I'm talking about here. And if you're not in our group page, depending on where you watch this video, if it's on YouTube or you got an email somewhere on the side or the bottom of this video, there's a link to join our group page. I would highly encourage you to join that group page, because it's a great community. There's lots of trainings going on all the time, just like we're doing right now. It's a great chance to come and learn and interact with some really amazing people. Okay. So like I said, number 5, make sure you're relevant. All right. Make sure that subject line, when they open the email, you start getting right into the subject matter. Right. So number 6, write in the second person. So use words like you and your. Stay away from words like I and me. Now, don't get me wrong. Occasionally, if I'm talking about a business opportunity, every once in a while, I will say I and me, because I'm referencing something that I have done, so I can also establish a relationship between myself and the reader. So I can say, hey, well, when I first got started, these are some things that I did. And then I'll transition into, and if you want similar results, then you and your, and so on and so forth, then you can get them into the call to action. But don't write a whole email that's all I, me. Look at what I'm doing. I'm so awesome, whatever. I know most people don't, but just want you to be clear on that. Use words like you and your, because when you use words like you and your, it really helps the reader, depending on what you're talking about and the language and the verbiage that you use, it really helps the reader place themselves in that moment. So if you're talking about ways that they can create a freedom lifestyle, all right, or make money online, work from home, that type of thing, and you say, if you learn how to do these simple things, then you will be able to achieve X, Y, Z. All you need to do is expand your mindset and work on your, X, Y, Z, whatever it is. But when you do that, as the person's reading it, they're thinking about themselves. When you say I and me, they're thinking about you. You don't want them to think about you. You want them to think about where they want to be. Okay. So number 7, talk about benefits and not features. All right. So talk about benefits and not features. What do I mean? So think about this. If you were to go and sit in front of your TV and you watched a car commercial, and the car commercial said, and you know that there's, depending on where you're from in the world, you know that there's certain automotive companies that do a really good job of painting a picture of you being in, the automobile. So if you watch a car commercial and they're like, buy the new Mercedes because it has a 550 horsepower engine and goes from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. Cool. Or you watch another automotive commercial, for a BMW or whatever, and they say, when you sink into our soft, supple, and luscious leather seats, you'll feel just like you're sitting in your lazy boy recliner at home. You won't even feel like you're driving. It's like you picture yourself in that. You don't picture yourself going 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, but you can picture sitting on a nice, soft to the touch leather seat, feeling nice and comfortable behind the wheel. That's a lot more descriptive than, cool, this thing's got a lot of horsepower. Okay. So talk about the features, not the benefits. So think about, the value of your email. You guys know what the value of your email is. When you guys are writing your email, you know the value behind it. Just like when I send an email out, I know that there's value there. I know that there's great tips in there. I know that people can really learn a lot from reading my email. I know that, but does the reader know that? Am I able to get that point across so they understand what I'm talking about? So that's why I use words like you and your, and you focus on the benefits that they will get from reading your email, the benefits that they will get by clicking on the link. So if you're using a PDF, a training, a video, a funnel, whatever it is, if you're getting people to click on things, are they going to feel the benefits from going through what you're trying to get them to go through, right? So think, just like I say here, don't talk about how awesome your feature is. In this example here, join our opportunity. We have the best comp plan in the industry. Pardon my French, but who gives a shit? Like no one cares about your comp plan. Most people don't. Some people will, but they are few and far between. In reality, for everybody that joins in any of the opportunities that I'm in, I have probably 1 in 100 people ask me what the comp plan is. Half the time, I don't even know. To be honest with you, half the time I don't even know because I get in and I just go and I don't even think about it. Is it good? It probably is. Sure. It's great. Just take action. Don't worry about the comp plan. It'll happen. So you can have a sentence like that says, join our opportunity. We have the best comp plan in the industry. That's a feature, right? That's a feature. We have a cool comp plan. Big deal. Or the benefit could be, we're talking about the same thing now. We're talking about a company and a comp plan. The benefit could be using this one simple process will teach you how to earn your first $500 online in less than 30 days. Well, geez. So you're talking about the same business opportunities, but instead of talking about the comp plan, which is a feature, you talk about the benefit. Use this one simple process. It will teach you how to earn your first $500 online in less than 30 days. People can picture that. People don't picture comp plans. People picture, well, okay, I would love to have an extra $500 and I would love to have it in the next 30 days. That'd be great. And then people start picturing what they're going to do with that money. That's a benefit. Okay. So be brief. Number 8, be brief. Most readers, on average, probably 80% of the readers that open your emails, they will scan through most of the email looking for value nuggets, looking for links, looking for pictures, looking for videos, looking for calls to action. All right. 20, maybe 30, maybe if you're really good, 40% of the people that open your email will read every single line. All right. And I know this to be true too, because I use a software system called Online Sales Pro. And when I send out emails, when somebody opens up the email and they're on my video and then they click on the link that's in the video, I get a notification because it tells me I have a lead. And I know that sometimes if I have an email scheduled to go out at 9 p.m., at 9:01, or the second that the email goes out, I'm getting lead notifications. So it tells me that they went right to the video, right to the link in the video. And they probably didn't spend the 5 minutes to read the email. But like I said, those are averages, all right? So don't send them War and Peace. That's a book, right? It's a very long, very thick book. You don't need to send a novel in your email. You can be precise, you can get to the point, you can still tell stories, you can still be relatable, you can still be personable, but just hit your points quickly and find ways to summarize what the reader will get in a compelling way, all right? So figure out how to tell your story and do it in a way that is short and concise, okay? So like I said, where this is really important, earlier when I had mentioned that I had done an email marketing training live in our group page, I literally walk you through that entire process. So in my emails, I have the headline, which is a picture. Then I have the opening paragraph, which has to do with the subject line. Then I have another picture, which has to do with the whole theme of the email. And then the bottom paragraph. And the bottom paragraph transitions from the theme of the email into the call to action. So that's why it's important to watch that video. And you know what I'll even do is, here's what I'll do. I will, on this sheet, I will go find the link. I'll find the link to that video, and I'll also put it on this sheet so people can go reference that, right? All right, so number 9, be lovable. Be lovable. So what does it mean to be lovable? It doesn't mean you're all warm and fuzzy. Doesn't mean that you're, peace, love, and happiness. It just means that at the end of the day, you're you. You are your own person. Let your personality shine. Be real. Be honest. Be yourself. Don't tell someone you make $10,000 a month when you don't. Don't tell someone you're a 7-figure earner when you're not. Okay? Don't bullshit people. Be real. And I can tell you that what I've done in the past is when I've sent an email out, I've screwed up and I've sent people the wrong links, or I have, messed up and done some other things that I shouldn't have done in the email. And I've sent out counter emails to say, man, what a dummy I am. Sorry, I messed up. Sorry, I screwed up. But it's just real. It's just real, And when you can let your personality shine through, that's where you guys heard me mention yesterday in the top 5 things that I do every single day. That's where video marketing really comes into play. Video marketing is huge because, again, your personality can come right through in the email. You can be genuine, you can be honest, you can be helpful, you can be a lot of different things. And when you do that on video, people can see that and they hear it rather than just listening to your words. Now they can listen to, the video and they can see the words coming out of your mouth. So it just makes it a lot more real. And lastly, number 10, have a actionable, use actionable language in your call to action. So every single email that you send, every single one should have some type of call to action, okay? So what does that mean? Think about why the reader is going to, obviously why they're reading your email, but then in your call to action, why should they click on your call to action? What does your call to action say to them? What does it speak to them? Is it intriguing? Is it clear and inviting? So there's 2 different tricks here. So you want to be a little intriguing, but you also want to be honest and clear, just like we talked about earlier. You want to be honest and clear. So think about how you're going to structure your sentence, all right? But also I also want you guys to think about this too. Think about how you write your sentence as well, all right? So in this example here, one of the things that I do, I would say about 90% of the time when I write a call to action and I hyperlink and I want people to click on that link, in that particular sentence, what I will do is I will capitalize the first letter of each word. So when you look at this example here, discover how this one technique will help you create your freedom lifestyle. You know, the only thing that's capitalized is the D in discover. So how does that sentence look? Discover how this one technique will help you create your freedom lifestyle. It's okay. I mean, the call to action is good, right? The call to action is good. However, when you compare that to the sentence right below it, which is the same exact sentence, I capitalized the first letter of each word and I threw an arrow in there. So discover how this one technique, I capitalized one, will help you create your freedom lifestyle, and capitalize freedom. So I capitalized two different words just to make it a little more appealing to the eye. So which one stands out more? It's obvious. The second one does. So your call to action, yes, you should have a call to action in every single email. And two, one, yeah, call to action in every single email. Two, make sure that it's clear. What you're asking them to do is clear. So discover this one technique. And then it's also, it's got to be appealing. It's got to be appealing to the eye. So those are my 10 tips right there. Hopefully you guys found that helpful. Yeah, April brings up a really good point. There's some guy in your email inbox trying to sell you something and he can't even spell or doesn't know how to use proper grammar. That for me is an instant turnoff. It's an instant turnoff. I mean, even when, and don't get me wrong, I understand sometimes people are trying and I give them the credit for trying for sure. But sometimes when people message me in my inbox and they're trying to sell me on something and they can't even structure a proper sentence, am I going to join you in your opportunity, dude? No, absolutely not. But I appreciate you for reaching out. Thank you for coming out of your comfort zone and messaging me, but no thanks, I'm not interested. So again, just recap real quick. And again, you guys can go through this. I will leave you this link. I will also put the link to the email marketing course down below here. So you guys have, not a course, but the email marketing training that I did live in our group. I'll drop that link down below. So 10 tips to writing good email copy. Use actionable language, number 1. Number 2, personalize when possible, specifically talking about the subject line. 3, prioritize clarity before being catchy. 4, align your subject line and email copy. Make sure that they are one and the same. 5, establish relevancy. 6, write in the second person, you and your, not I and me. Number 7, talk about benefits, not features. What will the reader get from being associated with you? All right. Not how cool you are, but what will they get by being around you? All right. Number 8, be brief. Don't write a novel. Keep it short, keep it sweet. As you can tell, this video, short, sweet, it's probably going to be 15 minutes long total when we're done. I could have made it 45 minutes long, but got to be to the point. All right. Be lovable, be you, be yourself, be honest, be real. Don't lie to people. It's not cool. And it's not going to help your business. I promise you. Number 10, use actionable language in your call to action, and then use the tips of capitalization, maybe an arrow, but give the reader something clear and concise and actionable to do. All right. So I hope you guys found that helpful. And if I were to go back to April, you said, is there a link with copies of the follow-up email to copy to our clipboard? If you're referring to email swipe copy for our team, and you're on our group page, then yes, if you look in the file section and you click on frequent links, there's 3 different sets of email swipe copy in there, if that's what you're asking. So we have 3 different email swipes that our team uses. And so you can certainly check those out, or just message our group. And if you have any other additional questions there, and myself or somebody else will be able to help you out there. So other than that, unless you guys have any other questions, those are my thoughts for this Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. And go enjoy your weekend. I know I'm going to be grinding away this weekend. I got a webinar tomorrow with two very special guests of mine are going to be joining me tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So depending on when and where you watch this video, you might be able to catch that. But I'm sure if you're on my email list somewhere, you will get an email letting you know about the webinar tomorrow at 10. We're going to be going over something really cool. We're going to be talking about lead magnets. Lead magnets. So Awesome, awesome. I'm excited for that. What is a lead magnet? A lead magnet is something you can offer somebody for free in exchange for an email address. So if you want people to give you their email and go through your capture page into your sales funnel, what are you going to give them in exchange for that? That is a lead magnet. So it could be a video, it could be an ebook, it could be a training, 10 steps to this, 5 steps to that, whatever it is. But that is what a lead magnet is. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow. Pretty excited for that. April says, thank you. That's what I meant. Awesome. Perfect. Cool. Cool. All right. Well, happy Friday, everybody. Appreciate you guys for jumping on live. And I'm going to end this thing and I'm going to jump in my pool with a cold margarita in my hand. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Peace and love. And I will talk to you guys. Let me just end this here. I will see you guys on the next video. I'll see you in the next email. I'll see you at the top of the mountain, guys. Have a good one.